In this video, I will share with you what 8 laws of health are and how I implement them into my daily life to reduce inflammation on my skin. Let's go. New START is an acronym that is used to incorporate all 8 principles of health for disease prevention and cure. These are nutrition, exercise, water, sunlight, temperance, air, rest, and trust in divine power. By following New START program, you are aiming to get optimal nutrition, moderate exercise, drink enough water or use water treatments to cure disease, get enough sunlight or vitamin D into your life, be temperate about all things, abstaining from that which is harmful and doing in moderation that which is helpful. You want to breathe fresh, pure air, so that excludes smoking and includes walks in the fresh air, as well as taking care to make sure you're not exposing yourself to mold or harmful chemicals. It also incorporates adequate rest between work as well as enough sleep during the night, and trust in divine power to give you the strength that you need to do all of these health principles, and so that you can also rely on Him in every area of your life to avoid unnecessary stress. Now let's get into practical steps that I do in order to incorporate these principles into my daily life. First thing in the morning, I ask God for strength to overcome any temptations that may come my way. I spend the early morning hours praying and reading the Bible before the cares of the day are going to take over. I believe that since God gave not only a moral law, but also a physical law, the laws of health, that if I follow them diligently, I will have good health. I believe that our body was designed to heal itself if given the right conditions. During this time, I drink water for the whole morning, which turns out to be about 3 cups. Currently, I follow a morning cleanse plan. I drink a juice of half or full lemon straight as it is, as I found it easier than drinking lemon water. Just get it down and I'm done, then followed by drinking more water. Sometime later, I make myself a liver tea, which I mentioned in my previous video, or another lymph cleansing tea. Then I follow it by diatomaceous earth mixed with warm water or remaining tea in the cup. Diatomaceous earth is good at absorbing toxins, and I find that it helps to speed up the process of elimination. Next, I take 2 probiotic capsules, and if I have time, approximately 30 minutes before breakfast, I'll take this liquid iron and vitamin formula. Although I think I should take it before lunch, as my morning routine is too long and delays my breakfast time too much. I often forget, but I also need to take vitamin D on a regular basis, as it helps to boost my immune system. This is a liquid kind and might absorb better, however I have to look into the mirror to see how many drops I put in, which makes it somewhat less convenient. After my husband wakes up, I aerate the room. In the last video I mentioned that approximately 75% of waste in our body is actually expelled through the lungs. So you can imagine why we need to aerate our rooms frequently, especially if there are more than 2 people sleeping in a small room. Currently, I have breakfast around 12 p.m. Breakfast is always something savory. Sometime after breakfast, I go for a digestive walk. If the weather is good, I don't have to negotiate with myself, as it's so much more inviting to be outside than to be inside. I work 4 days a week indoors, so it is necessary for me to refresh my head, move around, breathe fresh air, and expose myself to the daylight. I took a break from work and went on a walk, and it started raining, but it was sunny just like a few minutes ago, and hence you can see the rainbow. A very beautiful rainbow, because you can still see the sun over there. So that's nice. I'm just gonna keep walking and then get back home. About 1.5 to 2 hours after breakfast, I'll resume drinking water again. I don't drink water with my meals, so I don't dilute digestive juices, which can cause indigestion. I bring my water bottle with me everywhere, even for trips to the store, so that I can use every opportunity to drink water between meals and not during meals. Ideally, my second meal or snack would be 4 to 5 hours after my first meal, and more often than not, it happens to be something sweet, like a piece of fruit, nuts, and chocolate. Of course, if I'm sticking to my plan, it will be sweetened with coconut sugar. After work, I try to do some form of strength training and light cardio exercise to get the blood pumping. Sedentary jobs don't get nearly enough movement throughout the day, even with a short walk outside, so I have to supplement with heart pumping exercise. I like kettlebell exercises, but sometimes I switch and do a simple bodyweight routine. If I'm not having a sweet snack, then my second meal would also be my last meal. More often, it's something like a salad with an avocado on toast, a bowl of soup, or another savory dish. I try to have my last meal at least 2 to 3 hours before bedtime. Before nighttime routine, I relax by watching something entertaining with my husband or by myself. I start my evening routine around 9 p.m. so I can read and be in bed around 10 p.m. and get at least 8 hours of sleep. In terms of temperance, I do not smoke, drink, or take drugs, neither do I eat meat. I don't generally eat cheese, eggs, or dairy products like milk or yogurt, but there might be an occasional pizza that might slip into one of my weekends, although it is quite rare. Or I might have something that has an egg in it or some dairy in it when I am eating out, if it's hard for me to choose something that is completely vegan and healthy. I want to be transparent with you that I am not 100% vegan, even though most of the time when I am at home, I eat mostly vegan food, although some would not say it's vegan if you consume honey. I rarely do eat honey, but I do not exclude it from my diet. So for that reason, I call it plant-based rather than vegan, as vegan oftentimes is associated with a whole change of philosophy and incorporates more than just your diet. As from the content of my YouTube videos, you probably gathered that I'm also trying to abstain from sugar, well, refined sugar specifically, although it's not that easy and sometimes I do slip up. And that also is something that I'm constantly working on. And in the next video, I'm planning on putting up a vlog on how I want to wean myself again from refined sugar step by step to make it more manageable. If you do not want to miss that video, then please subscribe and remember to turn that notification bell on so that you will be notified when that video is uploaded.